back with another episode of To the Moon, and this episode is going to be one of my favorites. And I know you hear me say that often, but it's because everybody in this community is my favorite. I absolutely adore the Astro community, and Hanoi has been one of those just go givers, the kind of guy that came into the community and took it by storm. I have watched him grow. I have watched him communicate with others, offer to help, just really ingrain himself into the community. And this is what it is all about. Welcome to the moon, my man. How are you?
Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Very, very excited. So blessed and thankful for being here. Thank you. Thank you for
Well,
this.
we're happy to have you here, bro. You earned the spot, and I want to hear about it. Let's introduce people to who you are, how you found real estate investing, how you found the Astro community, and how it's been. Let's take us back to the start.
Okay, so my name is Hanoi Vargas. I'm a Mexican. I wasn't born in Mexico. I was born here in the US, but I went to Mexico when I was like 2 years old. So I was raised in Mexico. I was in Mexico until 23. I went to school, went to college actually. I'm an architect by profession. Right out of college, I started working for a brokerage within the family, and I started building houses, which was my and is my passion. So I built like 13 houses in a year in Mexico.
Wow, that's really good.
Then yeah, thanks. And then I've always wanted to come to the US, you know. So I moved to the US back in 2013, and then I started working in construction, like concrete, like very hard construction. Like I used to do partition walls, access flooring, rolling doors, all that kind of commercial construction.
So,
So I wasn't. I'm sorry.
do you find that was it you had a degree in architecture? Was it just not translating, or you couldn't? Would they not accept it here, or was it hard to find jobs in that role?
I did try at the beginning, but when I went to an actual university, they told me like, "Hey, your degree is actually above of what we have here, so you would have to pretty much start over." Okay,
Wow.
when yeah, I mean, I spent 4.5 years in college, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna go over that again." I mean, I loved college. I mean, it was great. It was fun. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, my best friends are from that age. So it was great, but then I was like, no, you know what? I'm just gonna work. And it was hard at the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, because I was used to being, the boss, and I was the architect, and then I had the workers like working for me and everything. I was selling houses too, because over there in Mexico, you
You're a
don't
big
need a
shot.
license. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I liked it, but I wasn't making much. I mean, as an architect, I was making like roughly $400 a month.
Wow.
And yeah, so when I came here to work as a laborer, I was making that like every other day, you know? So I was like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna take this. I'm gonna work, and I'm making so much money right now because I mean, I thought $800 a week was a lot of money at that time, right? So, I mean, I always wanted to do real estate here. And then years forward, my mentality started to change because, I mean, I was raised to, go to school, go to college, get a degree, get a job, retire, and die. Okay. So that was how I was raised. So then my mentality started to change. And then I started to get into real estate, seminars, all of that kind of stuff, until one day I can't remember exactly how or which commercial it was, but I think it was the one in the genie, like the genie in the bottle. I
Yeah.
think it was that one. I can't remember. So I was like, what is this, like, who
What
is
is this weirdo? What's he doing dancing on a table with no shirt painted blue?
yeah. Oh, like, who is this guy? I mean, this was in 2019. Okay, so 2018 I started flipping houses, okay, by messing it up, of course. Okay, so I had the bad contractors leaving me with the check. messing it up, buying properties, high prices, losing money on them. We've all the
We've all
flippers.
done it. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So I started flipping houses. So then I bump into this Astroflip thing, and I was like, okay, interesting. And I remember driving to Houston for a job because I used to go out of town a lot. And then I had the call that I have with Astroflip, right? They started talking me into it. I was like, okay, sure. I have the money to pay for it, so why not? Let's do it. So I got the course and everything, and then first week he was like, like everything
That's what everybody
changed.
says. That first week of the course is like it is. I mean, we put a lot of work into it, right? We
Yeah,
and it's an accumulation of all of the mindset and heart-centered work that you need to do in order to be successful as an entrepreneur. And I am grateful that people have taken to it the way that they have, that people
yeah,
took it seriously, because it's serious. It's life or
it
death, in
is.
my opinion.
It's life changing, to be honest. And what I like the most about week one, for people that have done the course, obviously they know what I'm gonna talk about, is that it doesn't even have like the word real estate in it. Like it doesn't have anything to do with real estate, with wholesale, anything. It's just like your mindset has to be entrepreneur, and you have to think like this in order to accomplish your goals, right? So that's what I really like about the week one. I actually watched it twice, and then it helped me a lot. I was in a moment in life where I wanted to go all in, because that's when I actually quit my job, my 9 to 5, and I said I'm gonna go all in, because I was trying to do flips while I had my 9 to 5, and I was losing money because I wasn't there to take care of the construction process, of the people actually showing up to the house to actually work. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go all in. I talked to my wife about it, and then I was like, okay, let's do it. So I went all in. I tried to do what the course teaches you, and I bump into a lot of, hey man, I've seen this property for $5,000 less. What are you doing? I mean, I just wasn't doing it right, because I didn't know how to run numbers. I didn't know how to do any of that. Okay. So fast forward, I started trying to direct to seller. I didn't know a lot of people, to be honest, and I bumped into this agent that was my agent at the time with my flip fix and flip business. And then he was like, hey, I can run comps for you, that way you make sure that you have your numbers right. And I was like, okay, cool. He was like, just give me $5,000. And I was like, sure, whatever. So I got my first deal under contract, and then what happened is that I went to the seller and I was like, "Hey, Mr. Seller, how much do you want for your house?" He said I won 120 for it, and then he ran the numbers for me, and I was like, "Okay, this makes sense." I mean, I had experience with the rehab, so I knew how much the house needed, and I was like, okay, so 120 works. And then he said, oh, yeah, I got another offer for 125, whatever. If you can match that. And then I remember I won by $2,000. I offered
Wow.
$2,000 more. And then I got it under contract. And then I put it on Facebook. And then my phone was like crazy, like so crazy, right? So then another wholesaler said, hey, let's JV on this one. I didn't know what JV was at the time. I was like, okay, sure. So then we got it for 123, I think, and we sold it for 156.
Wow.
And,
Well
yeah,
done.
yeah, my first day was like 27 or 28, but I had to give the agent
5K.
5K,
And
and
then you
then
split the rest with your JV partner. That's great.
yeah, they made like 10 or something like that.
That's
So I
so
was
good.
like, this is amazing. This is so easy. I'm making $20,000 a day, blah blah blah. Well, I mean, it wasn't the case after that, obviously.
No, no. You
Yeah,
gotta build up a pipeline and do more. And so how did it go after that?
Yeah, so I started JVing with this wholesaler. They're big people here in Dallas, where I'm from, and we did probably like, I don't know, maybe like 9 deals together, and and then I was like, okay, I'm just I want to try it myself, I'm gonna find the buyers and everything. So I started doing that while I was flipping houses in between, and I didn't know that I was letting go of so many leads because I had my pipeline, but I wasn't paying attention. I have a lead, let's say 10 in the morning, and then I call the seller like a day later, or I don't know, in the afternoon. By that time they
It's
had
gone.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, it was gone. I mean, I didn't know that. So I let a lot of business go because I was taking care of things. So I was doing more deals with other wholesalers, with direct to seller, and then fast forward again. This year, I wanted to go like all in into wholesale, and I paused my flipping business until like last month. I sold my last flip, um, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go all in into wholesale. And I started talking to people, taking advantage of Astroflip. To be honest, because I mean the community is amazing. I mean the course is great, but where the value is in the
The
community.
people.
Yeah, the people. I mean, everybody is open to do business with everyone. Everybody's helpful. And then I said to myself, and I told my wife, like, you know what? I think I want to help people, because somebody told me once, like, hey, stop going behind the money. Once you stop going behind the money, you start actually helping people, the business will just flow.
Hmm.
So I actually like to help people. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, we're making a bunch of money doing wholesale, but we're actually helping people like find a new place to live. Maybe they're in distress and they need to start a new life. They need to, I don't know, whatever they need. They need to move out of state, whatever. So we're helping them. Okay. Yes, we're making money in between, but they're happy. We're happy. Everybody's happy.
That's just
So
it. It's we have sometimes we have a broken mindset in this country where we feel like business is wrong. Like you're evil for making money. Well, guys, this is the world we're in, right? Everybody
yeah,
everybody has to eat. Everybody has to earn a living. And
yeah,
you are paid based on the amount of value you bring to a situation. That's it. So you bring
exactly.
a tremendous amount of value to a situation and you help somebody and you connect the dots. I mean, you're entitled to your pay and that's what you're getting. And so um yes, you're absolutely also correct. The community is fantastic. So how have you taken that concept of helping people and working in the community to the next level?
So I've been talking to a lot of people, like a lot of people, like through Facebook, through calls. I actually like to talk them over the phone, see where they are and what they're looking for. So I told my wife, like, you know what? I'm gonna start helping people because I didn't have that when I started. I was bumping into walls. I was losing money. I was paying for courses. I was paying for mentorships. And then I was there by myself. I didn't have that. So I want to do that for people. Okay. I wanna really, really help them. And I'm gonna talk to Astro students that are starting, and then that way they can start from scratch to see how I do it. And another thing why I do it is because I want them to learn the right way to do things.
Hmm.
Because believe me, I am bumping, and you know this. We're bumping into a lot of new wholesalers. Like, hey man, I have this great deal at 65% of ARV, and it's amazing. Do you want it? And then I look at the numbers. ARV is off, they didn't take in count the repairs, and it's just bad. And then next wholesaler that goes to that seller, what happens? Seller is mad. Seller think his property is worth $100,000 more than it's supposed to. So I'm bumping into a lot of that. So that's another reason why I'm helping new people. Okay. So I'm creating a lot of relationships. I'm actually working with a lot of Astro students. I have one Astro student in my team, and somebody started today with me, and I have somebody else starting next Monday. Both of
Awesome.
them, they quit their 9 to 5 to come work with me, and hopefully we're gonna do a lot of deals together.
It's fantastic, man. I
Mhm.
love the fact that we are such a close community that we hire people within the community. We find private money lenders in the community. We
Yeah,
find business partnerships in the community. It's incredible. And it's just, like I've heard this over and over again, but the course is good, but the community is next level, and it's nothing like it. It is the
yeah,
greatest community of wholesalers on the planet, hands
it
down.
is. Yeah, and it's not just here. I mean, it's all over the country. Obviously, I'm talking to people here in my market, but yeah, I mean, the community is just amazing, and I'm trying to get people here in my market because that's another thing. I mean, this is my market, this is where I live, this is the market that I know, this is where I have access to the MLS. So I just stay in my backyard. I did try to go to other markets in the past. It didn't work out because by the time I needed to run comps, I couldn't.
Right. It's
So
I always tell people stick to where you know. It's the best way to begin. Not that virtual wholesaling isn't a very profitable and lucrative way if you're especially if you're in a market that's not like a really happening market. It's better to go virtual if you're in a rural part of the country, but if
yeah,
you're in Dallas, Texas, be in Dallas, Texas. I mean, it's one of the greatest markets in the entire country,
yeah,
especially for wholesale, especially for fix and flip, especially for buy and hold. Texas has become the hotbed for so much migratory pattern. So many people are moving into Texas from all over the country, California, New York,
oh yeah,
Florida. It's an incredible state with a lot of opportunity, a lot of growth, and a lot of jobs out there. So it's smart of you to be paying attention to Texas. Hanoi, I'm proud of you, man.
thank you.
I'm it's just been watching you lately, grow, and some of the deals that you've been doing are just incredible. Tell us about, the last little while. How has it been consistency wise for you?
So I've been working a lot in my lead flow. Not too long ago, I still had cold callers, and I stopped that because I was getting busy because I have friends telling me like, "Hey man, use social media," and I really don't use social media. So even my wife, like she posts a story or something, and she's like, "Oh yes, I posted that the other day. You didn't see it." And I miss that kind of stuff. I mean,
Hmm.
live. I'm busy with live, but recently I started using social media, and I'm talking about like the last couple of months. And I started like sharing my success and the stories, the flips, the wholesale deals, and all of that. Talking to other people, and it's been great. I mean, I didn't know the power of social media. I mean, you are the guru of social media, right?
I mean,
You
it's worked for us, right? It helped grow our companies. It's grown our community. It's an incredible tool when used appropriately, right? It's just people
yeah,
can get sucked into TikTok, and yeah, if you want to watch videos of people popping pimples all day, that's a non-productive way to use social media. But you can also
yeah.
use it to connect with business partners and make deals and make tremendous amounts of money. And I think that's the power that I'd like to lean into, the power that I think our community leads into very heavily.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm using it for. I mean, I share stories of my baby and everything, but whenever I share my success, and a lot of people don't understand that we don't say this to brag. The people that are in the business, they're like, "Oh man, congratulations, that's great, keep it going." Like whenever I post something in the Astro group, oh my god, the love that I receive is amazing. I don't read in just one single negative comment. All of them are positive. Hey man, keep it going. Hey, how can we work together? Let's squat up, let's do some deals together. So it's amazing, it's amazing. And now I'm seeing that, like that's why I'm trying to use the social media more. And then being here in this podcast is obviously amazing. and hopefully I can put my name out there. Like
Oh,
I'm
people will know you now. So how do we find you, Hanoi? How do people get a hold of you on Instagram and Facebook? How do they find you? What's your handles?
So, like my name, it's on the screen, Hanoi Vargas. That's how you can find me on Facebook. On Instagram is Hanoi V, but V as a Vargas, just like that, Hanoiv. You can find me on Instagram, and then I don't know, they can call me if they want. It's okay if I give my phone number.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it is 214-604-3918. You
Amazing. Guys, I couldn't recommend working with Hanoi more. He's a fantastic guy, go-giver. He loves sharing the information he has. He's a wealth of knowledge, help you with your buy numbers, help you with getting rid of deals. He can buy deals. He can introduce you to other rehabbers. He is amazing, and you absolutely want to work with him for any deals that you're doing in Dallas, Texas. He's your go-to guy. Is there any advice that you have for anybody just getting started right now, bro, before we go?
I have a couple actually. So the first one would be, if you have more time than money, don't spend money on BAs, I mean, cold callers, data, all of that. Okay. If you have more money than time, then spend the money, but don't do it yourself. Hire somebody else to do it. And the second one would be to, if you have that goal and that's your dream, just follow it. I mean, don't give up. I mean, that's what defines me, to be honest. My faith in that I never give up. Okay? Never. Like that's what keeps me going. Obviously my family, but I have like tunnel vision right now. Like I know what I want, and now I'm here. This is my company, by the way. Uh so I know what I want, and then I'm just tunnel vision to that goal. One of my goals is to be a Kikli franchiser, actually, franchise owner. So mark my
It'll
words.
happen.
Yeah.
It'll happen, my man.
Yeah.
Hanoi,
Thank you.
you're an incredible inspiration, brother. I love you. You're a friend. You're a brother. We are
Thank
all
you.
proud of your success, and congratulations on making it to the moon. Guys, if you want to
Thanks so
connect
much.
with Hanoi, we're also going to have his links in the description below so you can find him over there. Reach out to this man. He is a juggernaut. He is somebody you want to do deals with. And also, there'll be a link if you want to have any information about Astroflipping in the community. You can reach out. It'll be an affiliate link, so Hanoi will get a little bit of money if you guys do sign up. But it'll just be
Thank you.
a great opportunity for you to join this incredible community, the greatest community of wholesalers on planet Earth.
Yes, sir.
Astroflipping, my friends. Congratulations on making it to the moon, bro. And for the
Thanks
rest
so
of
much.
you, we'll see you on the
Thank you.
next one.
Thank you. See ya. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching another one of my YouTube videos. Now it's your turn to go out and take some action. But before you do, like and subscribe to my channel, because the law of reciprocity means you owe me, bitch.